Samson, the man God blessed with extraordinary strength, but was nearly destroyed by his own weakness. How could a man blessed with immense power be so fragile? From holding the jawbone of a donkey against an army to tearing down the pillars of a temple, his story is full of triumph, failure, and resurrection. But behind his extraordinary strength, we see a heart full of confusion, love, and repentance. But we understand why Samson called Ishmael his father. A little confused, a little depressed, his mind swirling with confusion. Samson, the man God blessed with immense power, be so fragile. Join me on a journey through Samson's life, a story that continues to teach and inspire hope in our. Even before he was born, Samson had a special purpose: to save Israel from the hands of the Philistines. He was chosen by God and given extraordinary strength, but with a covenant, being a Nazirite. His strength was not only in his body, but in the promise he had received from heaven. However, every blessing came with a responsibility. Did he fulfill the mission entrusted to him, or did his choices distance him from God's plan? His trust in the gospel made the fatal flaw put him right around the corner. Samson's strength came not from his muscles, but from the Spirit of God that was upon him. One day he faced a ferocious lion and killed it with his bare hands. Another time, he used the jawbone of a donkey to defeat 1,000 Philistine soldiers. But despite his extraordinary power against external enemies, there was one enemy he could not defeat: his own weakness. His feelings and choices gradually became a trap that led to his downfall. Delilah was not just a woman. She became the symbol of Samson's greatest weakness. Her charm and persistence wore down his defenses, leading him to reveal the sacred secret of his strength: his uncut hair. Trust, when placed in the wrong hands, can become a weapon against us. Delilah's betrayal wasn't just a personal failure for Samson. It was a spiritual downfall. How often do we too let our weaknesses blind us, drawing us away from our purpose? Samson's vulnerability reminds us of the consequences of misplaced trust and the cost of surrendering our divine calling. Blinded, chained, and humiliated, Samson found himself at the lowest point of his life. Yet in his darkest moment he turned to God in sincere prayer. His final request wasn't for revenge, but for one last chance to fulfill his purpose. With renewed strength from God, Samson pushed against the pillars of the Philistine temple, bringing it down upon himself and his enemies. His story teaches us that no failure is final when we turn back to God with humility and faith.